High in the Himalayas, nestled in the rugged folds of the mountains, there was a small, remote village called Chandra. It was a place where the air was crisp, the people were hearty, and the challenges of life were as steep as the peaks surrounding them. Among the villagers, there was a young boy named Tenzin, who, from a very young age, had a relentless spirit that burned brighter than the fieriest of suns. Life in Chandra was a daily test of endurance, where the villagers faced the wrath of nature, harsh winters, and the constant struggle for sustenance. Tenzin, fascinated by the grandeur of the Himalayas, often found himself gazing at the towering peaks that encircled his home. He yearned to be among the clouds, to stand on those majestic peaks, and to overcome the challenges life had in store for him. As he grew older, Tenzin decided to pursue his dream of becoming a mountain climber. It was a path less trodden in Chandra, where the villagers had traditionally relied on farming and herding for their livelihood. But Tenzin was determined. He started with small hikes, ascending nearby hills, and soon, his passion for mountaineering became an obsession. His family, though supportive, had their concerns. They knew the mountain's unforgiving nature and the stories of climbers who never returned. Still, they couldn't stop Tenzin from pursuing his dream. Tenzin's first major challenge came when he was just 18 years old. He decided to climb a nearby peak, one that was relatively less treacherous, but still required skill and determination. The villagers were both amazed and worried when they saw the young man preparing for his journey. He packed his gear, said his goodbyes, and set off before the first rays of dawn. The climb was arduous, and as Tenzin ascended, he faced fierce winds, plummeting temperatures, and exhaustion. Doubt crept into his mind, and he realized the true nature of the challenge. But he kept going, step by painstaking step, summoning his inner strength and resilience. Finally, after days of relentless struggle, Tenzin reached the summit. The view from the top was breathtaking, and the sense of accomplishment he felt was indescribable. He had conquered his first mountain, and in doing so, he conquered his first major life challenge. Tenzin returned to Chandra, hailed as a hero, but he remained humble. He knew that his journey had just begun, and there were far more challenging peaks to conquer. With each climb, Tenzin faced new challenges. He learned the art of ice climbing and braved deadly avalanches. He trained to endure oxygen deprivation in high altitudes and developed an uncanny ability to predict weather patterns. Tenzin wasn't just a climber, he was a survivor. Word of his accomplishments began to spread beyond Chandra. People from distant places started to seek him out as their guide, for they saw in him a fearless leader who could take them to the summit and back safely. The challenges he faced weren't limited to the mountains, though. Tenzin faced personal battles as well. He experienced failure and disappointment, lost friends in tragic accidents, and even suffered frostbite that resulted in the amputation of a few fingers. But with each setback, he emerged stronger and more determined. Tenzin's fame grew, and he became known as the unseen climber, for his ability to overcome obstacles that others considered insurmountable. He inspired not only those who shared his passion for climbing but also the entire village of Chandra, where the spirit of resilience and the belief in one's ability to conquer life's challenges became a way of life. As he aged, Tenzin took on more challenging climbs. He tackled peaks that tested his physical limits and endurance. But the most significant challenge of his life came when a massive earthquake struck the Himalayas. The quake triggered avalanches and landslides, and the village of Chandra was severely affected. Many homes were destroyed, and several villagers were injured. Tenzin, who had just returned from a climb, faced a moral dilemma. He could continue his mountaineering career and chase new summits, or he could stay and help rebuild his village, helping the people who had always supported him. Without hesitation, he chose the latter. He knew that while conquering mountains was exhilarating, the true challenge lay in helping his people rebuild their lives. Tenzin organized relief efforts, raised funds, and, along with the villagers, started the daunting task of reconstructing their homes and lives from the ruins. Years passed, and Tenzin realized that helping his village recover from the earthquake was the most challenging and rewarding journey of his life. He learned that challenges in life came in many forms, not just in the mountains he climbed. His true legacy was not in conquering peaks but in his unwavering commitment to his people. As he grew older and the mountains continued to call, Tenzin knew that his days of climbing were coming to an end. But he had left an indelible mark, not just on the summits he had conquered, but on the hearts of the people he had touched. The unseen climber was no longer unseen, he was a living legend, a symbol of resilience, and a testament to the power of determination. Tenzin had conquered not only the mountains but life itself, showing that in the face of the most challenging of challenges, the human spirit could rise above and emerge stronger and more determined than ever.